So, your boy had to make a trip to the doctor today and had to go to Huntsville. So, while I was up here, the Huntsville, Madison area, there's probably 3 Rosses, maybe 4, 2 or 3 TJ Maxx. I'm not going to one of them though, because it's way on the other side of town. A Burlington, a Bell's Outlet, and I've got to come back through Decatur. So I'm going to make a couple of stops and see what they got to bring you guys some fragrance hunting videos. Okay, so this is stop 1, heading into Burlington. I will touch back with you in just a second and show you what I found. That's the one I can't never think of the name of. They got some classics in the building. This is Miyake. Do not see a price on the Issy. Inside your car in here somewhere. Alright guys. That is all for now. Alright my people. We're at the last stop. Or the last stop I'm gonna make.
Cashier number 5, please.
These fragrances right here are pretty solid. It's a pretty solid little fragrance right there. The Contras, pretty solid. Crown is decent. So it's Armor. So it's London. I don't know much about that one. I've smelled this. Smell that. That's a pretty good one. Probably gonna take this one home. See that price? Probably gonna pick that up. That's a pretty good fragrance. Don't know what that is. So that's the first section. Hell, that's all. And they got, that is it, guys. That is it for TJ Maxx. Bombed out and depleted. These are really good too. Clones of Homage fragrances, but I think I have both of those, so I do not need them. But they are pretty good. Alright guys, Clone City over here. Clone City.
Cashier number 1.
Catch y'all back at the crib. Okay, I found a few that I'm going to get. I'm going to grab that Swiss Army right there, if the price is not ridiculous. This is the same TJ Maxx. I didn't see this section over here. There's Polo Red. I think I have that one already. I don't know what the price on it is. Still not a, my battery's going dead. Still not a whole lot. Hard to shoot when they got it in this glass case. But that's what we got there. Got a few that look interesting. So, stay tuned. Alright guys, here we are. This is actually the last stop, and where we are here is a Bell's outlet in Russellville, Alabama. And they had a decent little selection, but most of it was stuff I already had. They had quite a few coaches. I saw the original coach, I saw Coach Platinum, and I saw Coach Blue. They're the coaches that we were speaking of. Some Obsession. Nothing just stood out, or nothing that I couldn't live without, that I just had to come home with. But some solid fragrances. Those Hollister fragrances are very decent, very solid fragrances. I'm doing a voiceover on this end of the video. That's a Versace gift set, as you can see that. What is that? That's Mantle Fresh. I'm doing a voiceover on this section of the video because, well, the music was loud and YouTube frowns upon using music that you don't own the rights to. So, what's that? Mankind Hero? No, that's not Mankind. That's Urban. Yeah. Urban Hero or something. I don't actually have that one, but from what I was told, I don't need it. That curve right there is pretty good. I just reviewed that Legend. I don't know what that Legend is all about. I just reviewed that. That right there was funny to me. I had to get that in there. What am I trying to say? Oh, I just reviewed that Hollister right there, the pretty box. I think I'm gonna end up taking it back. And right here, I just switched over to another section, Versace Eros. I think that was $36. I was just making sure it wasn't the EDP, because I don't have the EDP, and if it had been the EDP, I might would have picked it up, but it was $40. So, wasn't a bad deal, wasn't a great deal. More Coach. Coach must be struggling, and there's the Coach Blue. Good prices on both of those, though, I thought. Decent prices. Decent. And again, nothing that just really stood out. Some more Versace's Mantle Fresh. More Coach. I think I'm going to pan out here and give you just a look at it. And what they had. Yeah, this is a pretty nice store. I like it. All right, guys. Hope you enjoy. Now to see what I bought. Okay, so we're finally back at the crib. Back at the house after a long day, and we picked up some pretty good fragrances. One of them I like. I'm a little on the fence about, but I like it. Get situated here. Had a doctor's appointment, as you saw in the little intro, and I always take advantage of it, and well, not always. I just felt like it today. Got out and did some fragrance hunting. So we got a total of five fragrances purchased at 2 different stores. So let's get to the first one I bought. I'll just do them in the order that I bought them. From the house of Lattafa, and it was $19.99. Purchased at Burlington. And it is called Blue Oud. Blue Oud. And I haven't been to that Burlington in Huntsville in quite a while. Oh, God. I've been wanting to go because I had heard some Lattafa fragrances were popping up. And I know you can order all this stuff offline, but to me, it's just better to get them in the wild. Check out this presentation. The box is trash, but the presentation on that bottle is really, really nice. That's dope. Nice quality bottle. Nice cap. Give myself a spritz. Here, I like it. I like it. I do, but you know I'm a fan of oud. I just did oud week. I like it. I like it, and for $19, it's really, really solid. You do pick up the oud, and I'll tell you what I like about this oud. It's a very natural smelling fragrance. It doesn't come across cheap in any type of way. And this may be one of the more animalic ouds that I have. Most of my ouds come across as clean. This one may turn out that way. But so far, that's a really strong animalic, natural smelling oud. Yeah, that's really animalic with just a hint of fruitiness in there. Yeah, that's pungent. And some of you are probably going, ugh. But it doesn't come across like beastly, but it's definitely more animalic than some of the other oud fragrances that I have. Which is what makes it smell really, really expensive, because I've noticed the more expensive the oud fragrance is, the more animalic it smells. And Lattafa Blue Oud, definitely animalic. Okay, that's what I picked up at Burlington. That was the first stop. Okay, then I picked up a couple that did not have boxes. This one is from a house that I absolutely adore. I love this house, and I think this is part of the Velvet collection, which is cloning Dolce and Gabbana's. Maybe theirs is called the Velvet Collection too, and it's from the house of Milestone. And this is Amber Sun, and they had two of these. And this came from the TJ Maxx in Decatur, Alabama. And this has got a little bit of oud in it too, if I'm not mistaken, but totally different ouds. Oh, that's nice. That is nice. I get the sun. It's very warm. It's very bright. Not bright. It's very warm. Creamy. Oh, man. It's almost like it's wanting to go a little bit resinous. I'll show you the bottle again. think this is the third one from this line that I have, I think. Second or third one, but I like it. Neither one of, and this one was $14.99. Neither one of these fragrances smell like $19 fragrances in their teens. Oh yeah, this is going to be super animalic. Only a select few will like this fragrance. Only a select few will like this fragrance. It's not for everybody, but if you like that musky, animalic oud, you will like Lattafa's blue oud. If you don't like that musky, animalic oud, stay away from blue oud. You won't like it. Now, back to Ombre Sun. This is nice. This is nice. I don't know what this is cloning. I know my boy D Da Vinci will know. So D, if you see this, chime in the inbox and in the comments and let me know. I don't know. I just know it smells good. A little bit of a oud, but very, 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 very little. And it's again more of that clean smelling oud. But what I'm getting from it is just a nice, smooth fragrance. This smells really, really good. I don't know how the performance is going to be, but this may be one of my favorite Milestone fragrances. That smells good. From the house of Milestone, it is Amber Sun. A little bit of oud and sweetness, but it's nice. And that doesn't come off as too oudy at all, especially after smelling that Lattafa blue oud. Then I found another one, and again, these are no box fragrances. I don't know what I did with the receipt, but I don't think I'm gonna be taking any of these back. This is very, and if I did, it would be this one. I don't know anything about this company. The company is called Blackstone's. It's called Blackstone Men Collection. Blackstone Men's Collection, and this is bourbon and oak. And I like the color of that bottle. And this one also was $14.99. And it just smelled really, really good. Great atomizer. I don't know how the performance is going to be. I have a ton of fragrances, and I smelled this one in the air and off the atomizer, and I really liked it. Maybe I should have sprayed it on skin. It smells good, but it's something in it that's just a little bit off-putting. So just as I said, I don't know if any of these are going back. I don't know about this one. Okay, it kind of smells good, and then it kind of smells like a bag of Dorito chips, like original Doritos. And as a fat boy in Alabama, it's two things I ain't gonna do. One is beatbox, and the other is walk around smelling like a sweet bag of Doritos chips. I don't. It's just not. Again, I sprayed it in the air, and it was like nice. They had this one and a gray one. I can't remember what the gray one was, but then I smelled it and I thought, oh, bourbon and oak. That's not too bad. But coming off of my skin, it's not great. I can't be walking around smelling cheesy. Like I said, when I sprayed it in the air, it was nice. But then on my skin, and it's not stink. It's just a little bit off-putting. It just doesn't. Oh yeah, it got to get up out of here. So the Blackstone bourbon and oak smell good in the air, but off of my skin, it's just a no-go. I will never spray this on. Nope. No Doritos for me. Now that Ombre Sun, on the other hand, Amber Sun, on the other hand, that's nice. And the blue oud is settling down. The oud is still there, but it's settling down to a less animalic oud. It's very animalic. I say that 3 times fast. Animalic on the top, but as it settles, it's okay. Yeah, I can do that. Can't do the Doritos though. Just can't. I can't do the Doritos. Can't do it. Where's my coffee beans? I don't even know if I can reach them. I can find them. I need them. My skin playing tricks on me with that one. Okay. Gotta move on. Okay, from the House of Victorian Swiss Army. And this was another pickup from TJ Maxx in Decatur, Alabama. And I had to hit the little alarm thing and wait for them to come over there. And I picked this up on clearance for $16. And this one is simply called Steel. Now, I sprayed this one I sprayed this one in the car on the box, but that's cardboard, so you can't get. I remember thinking it smelled nice, but we're gonna put it on some skin because I mean, pretty bottle, nice presentation. I love the gradient. Oh, that smells good. That smells good. I don't know why they call it Steel, but it smells good. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. So what we have here, and you know, you guys are pretty intelligent, so you can look at this bottle and pretty much tell what type of scent is in here, because for whatever that reason they do that. You got the pretty blue box, you got the pretty blue bottle. So what are you thinking? That's right, fresh blue. I need a t-shirt that says it's not the reinvention of the wheel. It's not the reinvention of the wheel. Is it a solid $16 fragrance? Yes. I'm pleased with it at that $16 price point. If I paid $30 for it, would I be? Probably not. It will probably be going back. But for $16 for 100 ml at that, yeah. It reminds me of fragrances from Aeropostale or Abercrombie and Fitch or Hollister. It's along those lines. It's a nice, fresh fragrance. Airy, fresh, just easy, you know, like Calvin Klein Eternity Air or Eternity Aqua, just, you know, just a nice, easy to wear summertime fragrance. Great for somebody in high school, which I know a lot of the guys that I work with, for whatever reason, the young guys, they all like Sauvage, and I'm thinking that's really a little too steep for y'all, but they love it. But yeah, this is fresh, airy, nothing to write home about. But for $16, I'm happy to have it in the collection, because I mean, it will make some videos. Like if I do a best light office scent, I could see this making that, along with Polo Blue, and again the aforementioned Calvin Klein Eternity Air, Calvin Klein Aqua. It's in that ballpark. It's nothing that's going to set the world on fire, but it's one of those fragrances that close encounter, real chill, nothing that's going to project way across the room or, you know, anything like that. It's definitely going to be a bubble scent. It's not going to be one that leaves a massive scent trail or any of that. Definitely going to suggest that you spray your clothes and spray them heavily. And again, for those of you who like really light fragrances, this is a good one, and I think you will like it. It is extremely light though. It is extremely light, but good. Go back over here to these Doritos. Okay, now we're starting to become a little bit clean. It may make the cut. Now we're starting to smell fresh and clean. Actually, much better. That middle, I think the opening spray is decent. Then once you get to that middle, it's just like no. But the dry down is really is nice. But the dry down is really soapy. I don't get bourbon or oak. I get soap. I mean, who names these fragrances? I think they just throw names in. Bourbon and oak. Yep, let's get it. They should have called that extra cheesy bag of Doritos. That's what that should have been called. But it's getting better. The blue oud is really starting to show out. That's good. I think it's got some saffron or something in there, giving it some brightness. But not fruity. But just oudy and a little bit playful. That's a nice scent. That's a nice little scent. And that Amber Sun, man, that's a good one. All right, last but not least, I smell this one in the car as well. $35, which is about the price of it online. So I didn't hit a home run, but I got a nice double. You don't have to pay for shipping or wait for it to be shipped. And this is Davidoff's Cool Water Ocean Edition. Now, I'm concerned about this fragrance. I'll just be honest with you. Your boy's concerned. And it's probably going to make the cut though, no matter what, because I have a nice cool water collection. And, I figure in a few years, this one is going to be really hard to find. I know it hasn't been out all that long. Maybe the bourbon and oak would go okay with layering with something. Maybe. I don't know. That Amber Sun. Okay, I'm trying to find. Oh, the Swiss Army's nice too. It's light. Definitely a Hollister type vibe with that Swiss Army, but it's nice and fresh, man. Okay, gonna put this on some skin. Ooh, great atomizer. Initial blast, I like it. A little bit of an alcohol twinge there. I mean, nothing unbearable. It's green. It's green, but in a different kind of green from the original. Maybe it's green, but strangely enough, it's not as aquatic, even though it's called Ocean Edition. It's not as aquatic as the original, but it's not quite as green either. It's not a bad smelling fragrance at all. It does smell good. I'm not exactly sure what Davidoff and Cool Water was trying to capture with this one. I do get a sea salty. I think maybe that's what they were going for. Maybe like a driftwood or something from the sea, from the ocean, if that makes any sense. Because it has a little bit of a green, salty aspect to it. Maybe sea moss, seaweed, maybe something along those lines. Definitely not a bad fragrance. Definitely not a bad fragrance. So out of the haul today, I would probably put the Amber Sun as 1. The Lattafa Blue Oud is 2. the Swiss Army 3, the Cool Waters 4, and the Doritos 5. Again, every fragrance doesn't have to be blow you down with projection and performance and 75 hours worth of longevity with 52 of them projecting. And that Swiss Army, I can't say enough. If you like your fragrances to be loud and strong, like I do most of the time, then don't buy this. But if you're the type of guy that feels like every cologne is really too strong and you don't want one that's that strong, you really just want one that just, again, gives you a nice little bubble, I think that is this fragrance, and I think you will really, really enjoy this fragrance if you like that type of fragrance. If you do not, hear me. If you don't like fragrances that sit close to the skin, don't buy Steel. And I don't know why they called it Steel, because there's nothing metallic about it. But it is good. Very light, very fresh, and sweet. It's got a sweet note, but not necessarily a blue note, but just sweet, crisp, fresh air. Steel is beyond me. That's wild. Verdict is still out on the Cool Waters. I don't know. It's getting more green, and it's not a fresh green. It's a Verdict is still out. We'll have to come back to this one in later videos. I mean, it's not as good as the original Cool Waters. It's not as good as Intense. It's not as good as Parfum. It's not as good as Sage and Grapefruit, or Grapefruit and Sage. So it's down there on the pecking order of Cool Waters, but it may just need to get some air in the bottle. It may develop more as time goes on. But the two finds of the day definitely were these two. These two right here were definitely two great fragrances. The others are holding their own, so to speak, but not great by any stretch of the imagination. All right, guys, your boy's tired. It's been a long day. I've been rolling since 8 a.m. Been on the road since 9, so I'm tired. I'm ready to edit this video and get it up to you. But happy Saturday. I hope you enjoyed this. If you know anything about any of these fragrances, let your boy know. Continue to tap in, check in with me. If you want decants of any of these fragrances, email me. Email will be in the description, and I will let you know what the price would be. Yeah, this is gonna be a good one. This is gonna be a good one. The more it dries down, the better it gets. Again, it's not the reinvention of the wheel, but it's gonna be a nice solid fragrance, especially if you're looking for something to wear to the office. That's gonna be a good one. Yeah, that's gonna be a nice one. All right, guys, I'm going to get off of here and edit it, upload it, and get it out to you. Tomorrow, I think I'm going to do something that I've never done before, and there'll be 2 videos go up tomorrow. There'll be this one, and then there'll be another one. So, yeah. With that being said, I love you all, and may God bless you all. Until next time, guys. Peace.